What is Liquidity Pool? Liquidity pools, in actuality, are smart contracts that let traders exchange their tokens and coins even in the absence of a buyer or a seller. The order book method is how the traditional stock market operates, in which buyers and sellers record their orders for how much they want to sell or buy and at what price. When two parties agree on a price, the trade is completed, with the buyer receiving the stock and the seller receiving the money. This approach requires you to wait for someone to meet up to your expectations. As these liquidity pools operate according to an algorithm, they provide a good alternative where there is no need to wait for anyone. With the help of this algorithm, we will be able to buy or sell an asset at any time, regardless of price, even if there isn't a buyer or seller to suit our needs right now. The liquidity pool is a pool of funds that includes both the assets you want to hold and the assets you want to trade for. Smart contracts, the technology that makes liquidity pools possible, are the base for each of these liquidity pools. Liquidity pools are simply a smart contract code that allows you to hold specific funds and perform mathematical operations with those funds using specific formulas, allowing you to trade. In a brief, liquidity pools start with an exact 50-50 ratio. We will take Fibit and Ethereum token here for an example. As a result, if you want to give $200 to the pool so that it can trade, you must donate both $100 in Ethereum and $100 in Fibit tokens. As an instance of how liquidity pools operate, let's look at how most of them use the constant product automated market maker algorithm. You can learn more about this algorithm and how it operates by watching our video on automated market maker. In essence, all calculations are made using a straightforward mathematical formula. It's like if you buy more and more Fibit tokens, the liquidity pool will charge you more and more for each one. This is because it wants to keep the perfect 50-50 ratio of Ethereum and Fibit tokens. If you are buying more tokens and giving more Ethereum in return, it is because it thinks the price of Ethereum is dropping as there is a lot of it in the liquidity pool. To keep the 50-50 ratio, it will essentially raise the price of Fibit token. And one thing to keep in mind while using a liquid pool is that every transaction has fees, which is a very small percentage of your each trade. One of the most significant and effective features of liquidity pools is that most decentralized exchanges connect with two liquidity pools together and enable direct trades between Fibit and Ethereum to tether tokens. If you tell them, for instance, that you have Fibit tokens and want to purchase Tether tokens, the decentralized exchange will then carry out two swaps. The first one effectively exchanges your Fibit tokens for Tether tokens for you by converting Fibit tokens to Ethereum and then Ethereum tokens to Tether tokens. It's called routing and it's very powerful. Now that we have an idea of what a liquidity pool is, it's time to examine the benefits of investing in one. Every time you invest money in a liquidity pool, you are what is referred to as a liquidity provider. You can also be an investor in a liquidity pool. If you recall, we said there are a few small fees associated with every transaction. These fees go to the liquidity provider. As more people trade, these fees can mount up to a significant amount. As more people become liquidity providers, your cut from that liquid gets lower and lower, and the max price of the token more stable. We hope you have understood liquidity pools and how they work from this video. Thanks a lot for watching. See you soon in the next video.